What's poppin', everyone? Welcome to another episode of Remember When. My name is José. With me today is my boy John. Say what's up, bro.
Hey, people. How you doing? Hope y'all having a dandy day.
So, unfortunately, Amir could not be with us today.
Yeah, we had to ban that man after he said Shoutout the Hedgehog was a good game, so...
Yeah, so we had to send him to the shadow realm.
Corny ass niggas.
Cool. So, today we're going to be talking about the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie. We're gonna. It was cool to see Sonic finally have a movie. Took the time to go out and check it out. So we're about to share our thoughts with all of you.
Yeah, we're gonna start off with the first 5 minutes being relatively spoiler free. That way, if you haven't seen the movie, if you deeply care about Sonic, then you could go in spoiler free. After that, we're just going full in spoilers because there are many things that we want to talk about. Now, we'll just start off with. Is it funny? Because it advertises itself as like an action movie, a comedy movie. And of course, Sonic is known as the very quippy character. In my honest opinion, it was weird because when it tried to be funny, it wasn't funny because it makes many modern references like, hey, yo, Sonic's doing the dang floss.
Yeah,
it's
right.
Like, hey, y'all kids like Fortnite? He does it twice in the movie, so... Honestly, I thought that stuff was grating, especially if you're an adult and you don't like that type of stuff. Yeah. You're going to be like, roll your eyes at that. But there are, I ain't gonna lie, especially with the cop dude, what's his name, Donut Lord?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I think he was my favorite character at least, because there was many moments I liked him hitting it.
Yeah. I would have to say Dr. Eggman was my favorite, just because kind of going off that comedy thing, I thought he brought the most entertainment in the whole movie, in my opinion. I thought he was a great comedic relief. He did an awesome job in the movie.
He was insane. It was honestly Jim Carrey playing Jim Carrey. He was just
absolutely.
He was just going insane. In my opinion, I think he went a little over it, but. I mean, it's all good.
Yeah.
He's trying to play... It's a kid's movie. They're going to be overreacting
for sure.
Stuff like that.
For sure.
Now, the action... I ain't gonna lie, the action was kind of fire. Like, they were running across, like, San Francisco, blowing stuff up. It was the highway chase when they were getting chased by...
That was a really good one. Yeah.
That was pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie, but I was entertained by that heavily.
And it was pretty cool. The robots from Dr. Ivo Robotnik, Mr. Eggman, they were really good. They were cool designs and very clean and simple, in my opinion.
They fit with I feel like they fit with the game. Like not exactly, they aren't as like colorful as the game. Like
absolutely.
They're very gray and like robotic, but
it still fits with the overall aesthetic from the film.
Yeah, they're not like overly realistic types. Type genre. They ain't like Sonic 06 with like the overly realistic. Like robot designs. It looks good.
Goodness. Yeah, for sure.
Now, the characters, they're pretty good. Like Sonic is Sonic. He was being quippy, doing references, pretty much being a smartass. But the human characters, the only real human character I like is Donut Lord. Him and Sonic had a good relationship, in my opinion. I think it was entertaining.
I feel like he was also the only one that really had a story tied to him. Like, he was the only character that was really developed in the film. Outside of Sonic, him, and a little bit of Eggman, no other character was really developed in the film. The
only one you got is his wife, which his wife was pretty good. Other than that, the wife didn't really do much other than be like, oh my God, what is that? That's an alien. And it just pretty much helped him along the way. But I thought the wife was good. I didn't think the acting wasn't even bad. I was surprised.
They all did a pretty good job with that, in my opinion. Interacting with an inanimate environment. Yeah. I don't think that's a very easy thing to do, but they did a really good job with that.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised by the acting. But if you're an adult, I feel like you would enjoy it. Of course, like I said, you're gonna roll your eyes at a couple moments, especially when they make some modern references. Yeah. It's like, all right, this dates the movie, but there, especially if you love Sonic and like grew up with the games, at least you're going to like the film. You're not gonna want to kill yourself in the theater. Now your kids, go take your kids to see it. They're gonna love it. I can tell you firsthand when in that movie theater, entire school bus worth of children came in, and they were loud, but I could tell they were enjoying themselves. At least it was annoying to me, but I mean, what can I do?
That's pretty rough.
What can I do?
A theater full of kids.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much my thought. Spoiler-free thought.
Yeah, no, I thought the movie did a lot very well. In my opinion, there are definitely some things that could have been developed or tweaked, but there was a good amount of stuff that was there for the nostalgic individual that, you know, went to go see the movie. But there was also plenty for the kid family aspect. There was a lot going on for that. I really enjoyed that the environment was relatively dynamic. In my opinion, the setting, for the most part, took place in Green Hill, Montana, which, for those of you Sonic fans, Green Hills, yeah.
Honestly, God, yeah, they really... Like, they have a lot of locations. Like, you got San Francisco in the city, small town of Montana, going through the roads. And at the beginning, you see Sonic's World. It's got a... Which,
we'll talk about that in a minute. It was pretty cool.
Sonic's World was pretty fire. I like it.
Yeah.
It's a dang shame it only lasts, 2 seconds. But it's all good.
Way too short.
Way too short.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's overall. If you're contemplating about going to watch the movie, definitely go check it out for yourself, because I don't think we could do enough justice in a spoiler-free environment, at least, to really tell you to go and watch the film. So if you're debating it, don't debate it. Go out and go check it out. So now we're about to dive into some spoiler territory. So at this point in time,
we'll give you around 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, spoiler section. So you better leave if you don't want to be spoiled about Sonic the Hedgehog and his epic adventure. So it starts off, and we immediately get hit with, "You're wondering how I got here," with him fighting Eggman in the city. And I mean, that's tight, but
it's a classic film move. You know, start later off in the movie, then you rewind to the beginning and recap the events that took place leading up to that event. Yeah, it's
cliche, but it's tight. Whatever.
Yeah.
It does what it needs to do. I mean, it fits with Sonic. I think it does.
Yeah, I think so.
Now we get transitioned to Sonic's world, which I don't know if they even said what his world was, but
I know they specifically identified it. Yeah,
his world is Mobius, I believe. Maybe that's a certain canon, but I don't remember. But I'm just gonna say it's Mobius.
Yeah,
that was looking nice. Like, the environment, the lighting, it looked real.
For Sonic fans, you would be extremely happy with that. That was definitely probably, it's crazy to think, but the movie just started up here. It was insane. It just started off right at the top.
In my opinion, the beginning of the movie was the best part of the movie, in my opinion, because it was eye candy. I loved what I was seeing. And another thing I immediately noticed, which is good, but then it also becomes a downgrade later, the music. With Sonic throughout the years has banging music.
Some of the best.
Some of the best music.
Crush 40, amazing.
Like, some of the Genesis, like the Sega Genesis tunes, amazing. They immediately open up with Sonic Mania music, like from the intro of the game. I'm like, oh shoot, this is awesome.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
Like, especially when he's running around as little baby Sonic.
Yeah, that was a great way to see it. Everybody loves babies, especially with Baby Yoda and all that nowadays. Yeah, so
little baby character.
Yeah, little baby character riding the wave.
Mm-hmm. But then the music throughout the movie doesn't hit, though. There's only that recognizable music, and when they played a piano rendition of Green Hill, but that was end of the movie.
They all, I mean, they don't actually play it, but they kind of reference the Sonic X intro at one point in time, where the kid was running around saying "Gotta go fast," or all that.
Real?
I thought that's what it was referencing, but yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Yeah,
but
a little head nod at least.
Yeah, the rest of the music was generic, violins, dun 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 dun. I'm like, this ain't Sonic music. You got a wide variety of tracks to choose from, and you choose that. But it's whatever. They maybe they'll do something in the sequel. So after that, we get introduced to Longclaw.
Yes.
And I'm like, who?
Never heard of it.
Never heard of her? Maybe she was a thing in the comics. I don't know. I don't read the comics.
Probably.
But I didn't mind her. She wasn't hateable. She was the motherly character.
Yeah, and I enjoy that because I mean it's something that you don't really think about too much. Like who is like Sonic's like guardian or like guiding figure in his life, and you know, so it made you want to ask more questions than it did anything else. It didn't, and Longclaw is very short lived in the film, so you don't really have a whole story develop behind it.
Yeah, very short lived because Knuckles Squad pretty much pulled up and said, "Hey, give me your baby."
Oh yeah, the squad of echidnas pulls up.
The echidna squad, like, bro, when the echidnas pulled, I was like, oh shit, we going in.
No, they came up, Ubambe, they were ready to take down.
Let's go. They were tossing spears, they were tripping everything, and then they hit her too. I was like,
I know, I was kind of shocked by it. I wasn't expecting all that.
Yeah, they stabbed her. I'm like, oh, I didn't think it was going here. And then they introduced the rings, which I was curious.
Yes.
Like, how are they going to introduce like rings? Because of course that's a thing. And they use it as this like teleportation type thing. Like whatever you're thinking of, you're going to go there, which, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. One thing that I thought was pretty cool was before the movie started, when it was like the little Paramount Mountain, and then the gold rings came up. I was like, all right, cool. Like, I'm glad you're doing a little bit of fan service right there, trying to build up a little excitement right before the movie starts. So I did appreciate that.
Yeah, when they get creative with logos, I love when they do it.
Yeah,
it's fun. But so the mother gets stabbed, and then she pretty much tells Sonic, yeah, go here, you're not staying here.
Yeah, no.
And then that's pretty much the last we see of Longclaw. Dead? No, probably not. She's probably not dead.
It's also the last that you see of that amazing environment that they created for Sonic. And then it goes back into the real world.
Yeah,
and
boring Earth. We're going to Earth, people.
Yeah, which takes away from the creativity and the lovely environments that they can create with the Sonic universe. You know, you just don't really feel that the Sonic universe gets established in this film. But, I mean, that's also not the intention, so...
I imagine they needed to play it safe, because especially this is a video game movie. They don't have the best track record.
Yeah, exactly.
So they need to somehow appeal to, like, the wide audience and be like, hey, this is Earth. You recognize Earth, right? Everybody loves Earth.
Yeah.
That's why we're killing the planet. But so next we get hit with Donut Lord. Do you know his real name?
Donut Lord.
Do you know what his wife's name is?
That was like Pretzel Lady.
Yeah, Pretzel Lady. Yeah. What are the names? We don't know.
No idea.
Because honest to God, Sonic just pretty much is harassing people.
Yeah.
And just goes like, hey, Donut Lord, yo, what's good, Pretzel Lady? I see you. Let me watch that movie with you. But so this dude is just bored. He literally just used the dang speedometer on a turtle. Like I don't know what he's expecting on a little highway like that, especially when there's no cars coming in and out.
Not absolutely.
I don't know what he's expecting, but he's well liked throughout the town, and everybody loves him. And Sonic likes him too, because he's like helping out animals and stuff like that. But like I said, Sonic grew up here, and now he's just harassing people, bro.
Yeah.
Like these poor people, he like they're just minding their own business, and all of a sudden Sonic's like, hey, yo, what's good? Ooh, I'm gonna take that. Yeah, it's like, what the heck?
Yeah, the old man calling him the Blue Devil, like that's crazy. Sonic really messed this old man up. Everybody thought he was absolutely insane, only to find out that he was the only sane one.
Yeah, he's the only sane one in there.
Yeah,
poor old man. Yo, give me a movie about that old man.
Yeah,
I need to know his backstory. Poor guy.
Yeah, respect to him.
And Sonic just like while the Donut Lord and Pretzel Lady, they're watching movies, Sonic's just hanging out in the back like, ooh, what y'all watching? And then it comes out like, dang, I'm lonely. Nobody likes me because, I don't meet with people.
And then that's when the movie kind of hits you a little bit. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I should probably feel when Longclaw, his own mother, got hit, but I didn't feel anything. But, it's at that point in time, he's like, wow, I'm really lonely. And then you kind of feel for Sonic. You're just like, whoa, dang, man, I didn't think about that. Yeah, no, that's kind of upsetting.
The film has good messages. I think the film has at least a good message about like being lonely and not really feeling wanted, which of course a lot of kids movies do. But it's perfectly fine that as long as they tell it in a mature way, like as long as it's not like they're not poking fun at it, it's like, Sonic, you're lonely, haha, like stuff like that. But as long they told it in a good way.
Yeah, they do it in a very tasteful manner.
Yeah. And also, if any of you are familiar with the Sonic picture, like the meme Sonic, they during that whole intro, they showed that like a picture, and it was a straight up Sonic, and I'm like,
a little bit
10 out of 10, bro.
Right,
I like
there.
this movie, man.
Yeah,
amazing. But so Sonic is pretty much leeching off everybody, and after that, he plays baseball with himself pretty much. Like,
yeah, he watches the Little League series of Montana or whatnot, and he's building up hype. He's getting excited, and then he realized that he doesn't really have a team like all the other kids do.
Yeah, and pretty much like after everyone's gone, he's like, oh, hey, I'm Sonic. Yeah, hey, Sonic. Yeah, go Sonic. And then after that, he's like, damn, I'm really lonely. No one wants me. And then he runs around. I thought it was kind of weird that he would just run around on the bases really fast. But then that's when I guess they needed something to kick off the movie. Because right after he does run fast, boom, EMP goes off. And does it affect the entire county or the entire United States?
It was like the entire United States, basically, because like the Pentagon ends up getting involved, and you got these generals that are saying, oh,
yeah,
what is this?
Yeah, I forget how it was like displayed and like how big the impact was, but yeah, an EMP like that, that ain't gonna go unnoticed.
Yeah.
So next thing we get is Dr. Eggman. We get his first appearance, and
it was awesome.
I
loved it. He came in, he said, listen, Colonel, whoever you are, I don't know who you think you are, but I'm your boss. I run this town. This is me. I am your boss. And the girl was just like, and then he's like, there's no uhs here. There's no buts. There's no, no. It's me. I am the boss. You listen to me. And he just comes in and just takes over everything.
Eggman's just disrespectful, bro.
Yeah, actually, no, he was mad disrespectful. He just straight up came in and was like, I know you've been working 40 years for this moment, but it's just not yours.
Yeah, but you ain't nothing. Hey, look what I can do. I got robots. This man literally says, I got robots coming out my egg sack.
Yeah. He has like an NES glove on, and he just plays around with some robots.
Playing around. I thought that was kind of cool. You going slick like that.
It was kind of neat.
I like those type. His devices, I thought they were cool. Like they were like I said, we said it was like generic looking robots, but it's not like terrible looking robots. At least they look like eggs, so
yeah,
it makes sense in the end. Now, after that, pretty much we get a giant manhunt for what the hell caused that EMP. Now, after that, we transition to Donut Lord in the morning, just trying to, get rid of some raccoon. And honestly, this is probably my favorite scene. He's like, oh, he calls his wife. I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna get the raccoon. I'm just gonna. He grabs the tranquilizer. I'm just gonna make it go to bed. He's like, oh yeah, that's good, honey. Bye. Just runs.
Mm-hmm. And comes out and gets ready to take down them raccoons.
Yeah. You better watch out for them raccoons. And then we get introduced to the wife's sister, which that wife's sister is like, what the heck is her problem?
She had some beef with Donut Lord.
Some straight up beef. She was like, hey, DIVORCE. I'm like, dang.
And my man is like, it's nice to see you too. Like, I don't know why you hate me so much, but yeah, she hates him with a burning passion. It's insane.
Yeah, but then we finally get the first scene with Sonic and Donut Lord. Yeah, and immediately Donut Lord shoots him, and boom, Sonic's out.
Yeah.
And after the whole, Sonic's bag of rings that he got from Longclaw, those end up in San Francisco because, Sonic's like, oh, San Francisco.
Yeah, he sees it on Donut Lord's shirt. He's like, oh, San Francisco. And then he collapses and then his bag falls through. And yeah, now he's stuck and in a little bit of a pickle. And now that's when Donut Lord and Sonic need to work together as a unit.
Yeah, they need to work together and get those rings back.
Yeah.
So pretty much after that, after Donut Lord takes him in, they meet each other, talk to each other. Immediately Eggman comes in and is like, what you doing over here? I know you're hiding stuff, bro.
Sees a little cage on his table and is like, is that for the raccoons? No.
Oh. Jim Carrey's face. I love Jim Carrey's facial expression. There's one interview where it was like an interview for like Sonic, and he was talking about like, oh, I'm like the Grinch and stuff, and he does like, he contorts his face and goes like, I'm like, look up the interview. It's amazing. I love Jim Carrey's faces. But it's probably in that scene with him, Eggman, and Don't Lord talking. He had probably one of my favorite lines. He's like, "I'll spit out formulas while you were sucking on formula." That man's like, "Wait, I've been breastfed, brother."
Yeah, no, he's the real one in this movie.
Yeah, and Don't Lord's not, and Don't Lord's cool too. I remember because Eggman Paul is like, "Hey, I'm just trying to do something." And Donald's like, "Oh yeah, blah blah blah." And he like pretty much lied to Eggman's face. And I was like, "All right, it's a little crafty. I don't mind the dude." And then after that, Eggman pretty much threatens this man's life and is like,
"Yeah,
you better get," because he finds Sonic's quill, like the energy quill, which I thought was. What did you think about the whole energy quill thing?
Yeah, so this is a bit of a unique element. So Donut Lord ends up stumbling earlier in the movie across Sonic's quill. And when he stumbles upon it, it's glowing because the EMP blast had just went off. And so...
Well, it's just glowing because, Sonic is... Yeah. Throughout the movie, he's just glowing. It's weird because throughout all the games and all the media, we haven't really seen Sonic speed come from really explode
they finally explored that concept of how did he actually get his speed, what makes him so special, and the quill kind of dives into his mystical powers a little bit.
Yeah, the energy definitely got something to do with his speed at least.
Yeah,
so I thought that was kind of cool.
It was a unique element. It definitely at least got Eggman tied into him in a different kind of way.
Yeah, and it allowed Eggman to play with the quill later on in the movie. But after that, immediately Sonic gets caught and he's like, "Wait, hold up." And it's like, "Ah!" And he gets popped in the face. So I was like, "Ooh, I like this already." And then immediately their house is getting shot up and all that. Sonic takes that robot out. And then it's a road trip movie. Which I'm kind of a sucker for road trip movies. Some of them can be corny, but yeah, it's alright. But after that, they where did they go? I believe they meet the Rubber Band World.
Yeah,
and then their next main stop would be the
bar.
Yeah, the bar.
Yeah, this is where the movie gets real. This is awesome.
Yeah, pretty much Sonic, they talk about bucket lists and stuff. It's like, oh, I want to do all these. And, then they have pretty much their first bonding moment.
Yeah.
And they're, I remember they cheating on that basketball game. How the way that they were cheating on that basketball game with Sonic going, in and out the baskets and all that, that's the type of shit we wanted to do when we were kids.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
But... immediately they're having fun riding the bulls and stuff like that, and of course people are running around like, "Is that your child? You don't serve children." It's like, "Oh no, that's a munchkin." I'm like, look at this man's design.
Yeah, and they kind of look at this man, they're just like, yeah, you know what? You're right. We're crazy. We're crazy.
Yeah, it's just a little child. Yeah. It's just a really skinny child in a very weird costume.
With a lot of hairspray.
Yep, a lot of hairspray. I don't know. It's a kid's movie. Of course, they're going to be dumb. But after that, immediately, 3 dudes pull up, and I'm telling you, these dudes look stoned. I was looking at the dude, especially the dude on the far left. He was like... yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna beat you up. Stuff like that. I'm like, I don't know what these dudes are doing, but whatever. We get to the bar fight scene, which, I thought it was cool. I love bar fights, especially when done well. Mm-hmm. And it was pretty much half bar fight scene and then half Sonic just messing with people.
Yeah.
Which brought into a good question. How fast is this man that he is able to do? It's pretty much the Quicksilver scene from X-Men Days of Future Past when he stops time pretty much.
Yeah, it's literally the same exact thing. And it does leave you to ask how fast is Sonic, but at the same time, when you look at the scene, you just think back to when he got shot by the tranquilizer dart, and you're just like, my guy, well, if you could stop time, what happened there?
Well, he got shot in the leg, which was like, oh yeah, I can't move, so you're gonna have to carry me, Daddy. But other than that, he was like, stopping time. This man's broken. He's in a mega level loop.
He goes to town and he makes sure this bar looks like the board game Mousetrap. He just grabs toilet paper here. He's grabbing bottles, rotating them. He's throwing people, all across, connecting to lines and all that.
Giving dudes wedgies.
Yeah, it gets real when he turns back on time.
And he does the Sonic thing. He eats a chili dog.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And then
gorgeous.
I thought it was fun. It was a fun scene.
Yeah, it was
especially
pretty cool.
After entire thing stopped. Everybody's like, what the heck just happened?
Yeah, the guy that was getting ready to assault Sonic had a bear mask on. That was pretty awesome.
So, yeah, they pretty much caused a ruckus, get out. And then they go sleep in a hotel and all that. Which, it was a little touching. It was a touching scene between them. Like, he was like, oh, how much fun as you want in the room? And, Sonic passes out. I was like, it's kind of cute. And then but then on the TV, it's like, Donut Lord wanted for domestic terrorism. I'm like, oh shoot.
Yeah, and then you're just like, whoa, hold on.
Yeah, it's weird though, because like he's wanted pretty much. I'm assuming wanted by the government for like pretty much doing what he did, like keeping Sonic and all that. But I'm sure Eggman snitched on him pretty much.
Of course.
But like it was weird. They put that there. But then later, but they don't really do anything with that. Like he doesn't get like stopped by the police and stuff like that. Like later on they go through San Francisco like it's nothing. Like but it's whatever. Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you right now, the one scene that busted my gut laughing in the theater when Eggman and his assistant, because Eggman also got an assistant,
Agent Stone, great guy.
Stone. Honestly, God, I like both of them as a duo. I thought they were pretty cool.
Yeah, no, they worked well with each other.
But they literally went into the bar and they're like, "Hey, yo, so what happened here?" And the man got like a neck cast on. He's like, "I ain't telling you nothing." And the Eggman's like, "All right, then," tosses this man out the window. I was like, all you see is, "Yeah, I ain't telling you nothing."
Don't mess with Eggman.
Yo, this man will toss you out the window.
Yo, don't play with
him. Oh man, but yeah. After that, this is when we get first into like where I really noticed like the message of, because Donut Lord throughout the movie he got him pretty much a job in San Francisco. That's why they're like going usually like the main area they're trying to go to. But Sonic's like, hey, don't leave. Like, people love you here. And pretty much telling kids, like, hey, value your worth. If you're not, you may not see it, but you're worth it to something. Yeah. Like, to something and somebody, which, of course, I thought it was a cool message.
Yeah, it gets pretty impactful with that. Yeah, just saying, why are you leaving somewhere where you are loved by so many people, where everybody cares about you? And it really makes Donut Lord think. He's like, is this really what I want to do? Am I being the happiest version of myself if I move out to San Francisco? So it's a nice little, scene to wake him up a little bit and also get that, heartfelt mean out there.
Mm. And immediately after that, they're cut off by Eggman, and probably my favorite action scene in the entire movie, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they're getting chased by a robot, but this is the most persistent robot that they've ever fought, bro. Because they think they kill, like Sonic does like a pretty cool spin dash, goes and blows that thing up, and of course he flosses, yay, because hey kids, you like Fortnite? Sonic's flossing.
He's doing it.
He's doing it, boys. Yeah, but after that, immediately go back in the car, and this robot comes back. It's weird. It's cool too, because at first it was a car, I believe, right?
Yeah, it was a car. Yeah.
And then after they blow that John up, immediately under it, we got another robot chasing him.
Another one.
And then another one after that, after they blow that one up.
And another one again. And this robot does not stop. It is persistent. It ends up going to like the size of a golf ball, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a dang golf ball on like one wheel or something like that. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like a persistent robot that just straight up would not die. And then Sonic and Donut Lord got to work together, which I thought was pretty cool.
It was a good, like, again, team building moment.
Yeah. And then after they beat the robot, they get like a sticky grenade on Sonic, which I thought was weird because they're like, toss it. It's on me. Toss it. I'm like, why don't you just scrape your hand on the rock and then move? But the moment they do get it off, Sonic's like, yeah. Then Sonic died, and then the movie ended. Like, I was confused.
Yeah, it was like the opposite version of Power Rangers, how they walk away victoriously with the explosion in the background. No, Sonic went kaboom, bam, pancake.
So yeah, Sonic's just dead on the ground, and Donut's like, dang, that sucks. So takes him to the sister's house.
Who is a veterinarian? Yeah, she's a vet, so she works on animals. Yeah.
Yeah, the wife works on the sister's just.
The sister just hates him.
She's
but
just
the
spiteful.
wife, yeah,
for no reason. We don't know why.
Yeah, we don't really ever find out.
Yeah, she just straight up hates him, and then they just tie her up later. Like,
That's pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah, you ain't doing nothing. Yeah. But I think. Before that, too, the Eggman was like messing around. Whereas Eggman's just dancing around, doing his own thing. And then his assistant comes up on behind him like the booty warrior, like, "Hey, sir, I got you your coffee."
And this scene was amazing. He's because he's like, are you being serious right now? He's like, of course I want your lattes. They're the best. It's just one of those like backhand compliments. Are you stupid? Of course I want your amazing lattes. Yeah, they're great. So that scene actually had me dying. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was. I love the assistant.
Yeah,
I think that's like the last. There's only like one more scene with them, and then he's pretty much out.
Agent Stone. Yeah,
he's out the entire film. I was like, oh, that's whatever.
A little disappointment.
But yeah, so Sonic is getting fixed up by the vet lady, and then what I've never thought I'd ever see we get to see Sonic feet. Yay!
Yeah.
So all y'all want to see what's under these boots? Ooh, watch the movie and find out.
Yeah, and so that is the cool thing is that Sonic, didn't have those shoes from the jump of the movie. So that actually was like everybody that watched the movie, you're just thinking, when is he going to get them? When are the iconic shoes going to come into play? Or is he never going to get them? Of course he's going to get them. He's Sonic, yeah.
Honest God, I didn't even notice that he didn't have his shoes.
Really?
Yeah, for real. Until they brought it up, I didn't even notice that he wasn't rocking the shoes. I wasn't paying attention to the feet. I was looking at
of course, yeah. Yeah, but some Pumas, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they were Puma shoes.
Yeah, we finna cop some Pumas after this?
I think I'm about to buy some right now.
All right, yeah. You know what? Support the Sonic movie. Go buy some Pumas right now. Some $800 Pumas.
Yeah, red Pumas. Go get some.
Mm-hmm. Don't buy the bootleg ones.
The Pumas without a tail. No, you want Pumas with the tail.
Somehow misspells Puma.
Puna. Puna. Give me Puna shoes.
Puna. But so after that, they pretty much take the trip to San Francisco and go find their dang the rings right there. Yeah. So. Of course, they go in. Of course, even though he's labeled as a domestic terrorist, he ain't really recognized on the streets. But he just pulls up on the building. He's like, "Hey, I'm a cop," and then of course they let him in. And then we get the child scene. Like it's like, "Oh yeah, my child's in his bag." Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the people around him are just like, "Yo, what? You have a kid in your bag?" But they're not saying anything. Yeah, they're just like, "Nah, maybe that's not right." And Sonic is just saying, "You put me in here all the time, and I hate it." And these people are just looking at him like, "All right, we're gonna back up before we hear any more of this."
I'm surprised nobody didn't like do anything. But
yeah, if you hear something strange, say something. All right, don't be like those people in the movie. They were pretty bad, actually. Yeah. Really hearing all that, and they just letting them kidnap a kid in the bag. Yeah,
it's just classic dumb people in a kid's movie, but
for sure.
It's whatever. If you could take it, it's whatever. Just suspend your disbelief. So they get to the top, and they're about to say their goodbyes. But of course, Eggman pulls up and is like, you ain't leaving. Nah, you ain't leaving, bro. And of course, Sonic makes a Find My iPhone joke because, modern times. Y'all get it? Find My iPhone? Did y'all laugh? I didn't. Yeah. This movie's a 0 out of 10. I hate this movie. But yeah, so Sonic has the brilliant idea of kicking both Donut Lord and Pretzel Lady off the building and to go fight Eggman. And of course, he's gonna try and save them, but they're falling at a rate where if he attempted to catch them, I forget if he was gonna try and catch them or just toss the rings. Like
I think the goal was the rings.
Okay, because I thought he was just going to try and catch him, which if he did, first off, Sonic he's a skinny dude. He don't got muscle.
He would have had a tough time. My man is only like 3 feet in the movie too, right?
Yeah, he's
a pretty short guy.
Like this, I ain't really. Now, here's the thing: if it was that previous design for some reason was muscular, and that previous design. I'll tell you right now, this movie right now for me. Especially, I'll say like a 5 out of 10. It's a kid's movie. I'm not going to be harsh on it. 5 out of 10 is average, by the way. It's not like terrible, in my opinion. But if that movie kept that previous disgusting design, 2 out of 10. It's because
it definitely would have went downhill just because I couldn't stomach that previous animation.
That previous one was terrible, bro.
Yeah, it was pretty awful. And if you don't remember it, Google it because I'm not going to show you.
We ain't showing this, John. No. We want to keep what's going on.
We like this image right here.
We like these images. You feel me? But we ain't showing the ugliness around here.
Yeah, which props to the team that did work on it. You know that decided to hear the people's voices and change the design. It was definitely a much needed and much improved design. So props to you on that.
That was really surprising too.
Yeah,
especially after because everybody they bombarded that first trailer when that shit came out, dude. Because like the amount of dislikes on that, John, but. Because I was following the developer on like Twitter and junk. They're like, all right, we hear your responses. Let's completely revamp this entire design, which I thought was cool. But then that immediately brings up the concern of like, hey, yo, these animators, they're going to be doing that time, like a lot of crunch time. Like,
yeah. And didn't the original group actually get laid off their jobs too?
The entire studio shut down.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know if it was directly because of Sonic movie, because I think it was I think it was like a Canadian studio, like in Vancouver.
Oh, wow.
I believe so. It was just a studio that got shut down. But yeah, people did lose their jobs afterwards.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah, I hope that people did find some work afterwards. But yeah. But thank you for bringing us a fantastic design.
Yes, beautiful.
It's a very beautiful design.
Yeah. And back to the falling off the building scene, right? Yeah.
So immediately we get introduced with Eggman, like Eggman got a hold of the quill with the energy. So what he does is, all right, stick that energy in my robot, and now I can move as fast as Sonic, which, okay, that's pretty cool.
It did make the chase more interesting because otherwise, how was he going to catch up? I mean, it just wasn't going to happen.
Because that's the only way you can make it interesting, even though Eggman would probably be dead in that machine, especially if he's moving at that kind of speed. But
I don't know if he threw a guy out of a bar window so smoothly, so I don't know.
I mean,
he's superhuman.
He is a superhuman.
Watch out, Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Eggman ain't got nothing on him.
Nothing.
Mm-hmm. But after that, Sonic pretty much throws rings down, gets Donut Lord and Pretzel Lady out of there. Landed the farmers area down back at, I think they went back to the... Yeah,
they landed on the crazy guy's property.
Yeah, they went pretty much all the way back. Meanwhile, Sonic can now fight Eggman. Meanwhile, Eggman is causing like just complete terrorism in the entire city of San Francisco. Everything... Well, first off, that's one thing I noticed in the entire movie. Where is everybody?
They're out of town.
Everybody's out of town apparently
Everybody's
today.
On vacation.
Because there was nobody littering that streets of San Francisco, bro. I've never been, but I've been in cities, and cities are packed.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, maybe San Francisco ain't popular that year, but whatever. Yeah, so Eggman's just committing terrorism, of course.
Yeah.
And I thought it was kind of cool. They're going to, like, different locations. They go to Paris and stuff like that, which was also barren and empty. And then they go to, like, the pyramids. Eggman destroys the pyramids.
He does a number on the pyramids. Poor Egypt.
Those poor pyramids, bro.
Yeah, King Tut might be crying right now, but I mean, whatever. I guess as long as you can catch that hedgehog, right? Yeah.
Anything's worth destroying the pyramids. So after that, Sonic gets blasted. They all land back in Montana. Everybody meets up. It's like, yeah, I'm about to kill Sonic. Ooh, watch me do it. I'm about to do it. And then, of course, Donut Lord goes on a whole speech. It's like, Sonic's my friend. And then Sonic's like, friendship? Ooh!
And then just powers up. Having a
this man literally goes
crazy.
This man literally goes Super Saiyan Blue, bro. Super Sonic, that doesn't exist in the movie.
No.
He's Super Saiyan God right now in the movie.
He turns up, yeah.
And they pretty much have a final fight. Donut Lord gets some jabs in on Eggman. Of course, he doesn't do anything, but Sonic finishes the job. Pretty much blowing up Eggman's entire machine.
Yeah.
Not killing him somehow, but I love Jim Carrey. Again, I'll mention Jim Carrey's face. It was like,
Which, that scene was awesome because kind of similar to most of the Sonic games, Sonic was bouncing on top of the hub of the space or of Eggman's, robot or ship. So it was pretty cool because in most games, you needed to jump on and hit the target dead on like that and whatnot. So there's a little bit of homage there. I thought it was cool.
Oh yeah, because I was really wondering how they were going to do the action, and like I said, the action was pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. They incorporated stuff that Sonic would do, the spin dash, bouncing on enemies and stuff like that. So it was. I think they did a well job on that. But after that, Eggman pretty much gets blasted into the Mushroom World. Which
the Mushroom World.
It's been referenced throughout the entire movie, of course, Mushroom World is a reference to Sonic 3. Like I think it was like the first level.
It was either the first or second.
I think it was like Sonic 3 or the Sonic and Knuckles where you get like Mushroom Land and stuff like that.
Yeah, but so it is in the video games.
Yeah, and pretty much, day's been saved thanks to Sonic, and then after that. Everybody's like, yeah, we did it. What people really should be saying is, what the hell is that? What is that blue thing?
But no, they embrace him. They say, come here, buddy. You're with us now.
And then the government pulls up to the house afterwards, like, time's passed, everything's good. The wife and the don't lord it together in the house, and then... Of course, government steps in and is like, hey, yo, just so we can forget about this, here you go. And they pretty much give him a gift card to Olive Garden.
Slide him a big one. Big old gift card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, go get some Olive Garden.
Yeah.
Sonic endorses it.
He said, go enjoy some breadsticks right now. Go get some pasta. Go enjoy life.
Go enjoy it.
Yeah, and then they kind of look at it and they're like, yeah, we just saved the world. But I guess Olive Garden is what equates to it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like, all right. We completely forget about Sonic, right? Like the general dude's like, yeah, we don't. Sonic doesn't exist. So they're like, all right, bye. And he's like, I'm making sure, we good. But of course, they're hiding Sonic.
Yeah, and it's kind of touching in the end. You know, they give Sonic the attic in their house, and they're just like, listen, you have a family, you have friends now, and the whole movie, that's essentially what he's been searching for. So, you know, he ends up with total happiness in the end, which... One quick thing about his bedroom, I don't know if you noticed it. Did you notice the bongos and maraca up in his room? In the movie, like he had bongos, like in reference to like Samba de Amigo, like big Sega franchise. Yeah, he had those. At least I noticed that in the background. I was like, is that intentional?
It could be.
Might be. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, but I thought that was pretty cool. Easter egg, maybe. Is it not? Maybe it's a cracked egg. I don't know, but
honestly, there are probably a bunch of Easter eggs that I remember. There was with Eggman's theme. I remember reading about like the theme, like there's parts of it that sound like the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon from like the 90s, and there's like parts of it that sound like it. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I listened to it. I listened to it. And I was like, all right, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
And of course, Sonic flosses again. Hey kids, you like Fortnite? But after that, zoom out, everything is good, and that's it.
Yeah, and
the credits were cool. Like it was displaying throughout like his Genesis days, going like having fun, like scenes throughout the movie in like 16-bit form, which I thought was awesome.
Which that song "Speed Me Up" that was pretty good.
Speed me up.
Yeah, I actually enjoy that. They going best friend named Tails. I'm like, oh, great line!
Ooh,
wow,
bars.
yeah.
Yes, my best friend is Tails.
Yeah, you got it.
Knuckles, that's my homie.
Which do you want to dive into the appearance of Tails?
Oh yes. Stay after the credits. It's got a mid-credit stinger. Tails comes in. It's like, oh snap, we really we're about to assemble the crew. And then he flies away and tries to go find Sonic.
Yeah,
and of course, but yes, honestly, I thought the movie was good for what it is. Of course, like, it ain't like masterpiece. Like I said, it's an average. Honestly, I'll say it's an above-average movie for what
I would say so. I mean, I'm pretty sure it defeated Detective Pikachu in the box office for video game movies.
Oh yeah,
so that's pretty impressive. But I mean, in my opinion, I think it was just a great step for video game movies. It was a step in the right direction. Saying that they can be done if you take the time to do it and you pay attention to detail. So I thought it was a step in the right direction for at least video game movies as a whole.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Like, I'm more interested to see what they're going to do in the next movie because at this point, like, we've already established Sonic has a homeworld, and Tails is trying to find Sonic. Well, why is he trying to find Sonic? He's probably trying to take him back. And if they can make that movie take place on Sonic's homeworld, they have the opportunity to make at least this sequel way better than the first one.
Yeah.
Especially if they introduce Knuckles. Like, Knuckles has always been, like, he's always been established like a friend of Sonic.
Yeah.
But in stuff like Sonic Adventure and like Sonic and Knuckles and John like that, he always starts off as like a bad guy.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm expecting, especially with like the Echidna tribe that showed up in the beginning.
Yeah, which is another thing that, in the movie, you see them come, and then within the first 5 minutes, you're just like, they're gone. How are they going to come into play? But so you see Tails, and you're like, okay, maybe these Echidnas might come back up again. Maybe Knuckles might be in the future, film. So, start building up the hype a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know what they would do with the human characters. Because especially if they take them to Homeworld, that would be. I don't know if they would do like human characters in Sonic's Homeworld. Maybe they do. Maybe they will do it. Maybe they can make it work. Honestly, I'd prefer if they don't. I'd rather explore Sonic's Homeworld, see what's going on there. Because there's a lot of opportunities, especially with like the rings. You have so many opportunities.
Yeah.
If they were able to do the Mushroom Zone, think about it. There's like hundreds of zones.
Yeah, and the cool thing in the movie is that you do see Sonic with his map, and he's saying, oh, I have these few different options for worlds. And so, there are plenty of worlds for him to go to in the movie, so hopefully they feed off of that.
Yeah, hopefully, I want, like I said, the human characters, they're okay, but I would prefer a Sonic movie without them. I feel like it would benefit without. But of course, since it is the first movie, they're going to have to do it in order to at least make some revenue.
Yeah, so excited for the second movie, though. Definitely excited for that, and it'll be another one that I'll definitely check out.
Eggman. He becomes...
So they do an awesome thing with Eggman.
They completely shave his head, and hey... He looks like the...
Yeah, he actually grows out the crazy stash, and, he's starting to really look like Dr. Eggman,
Yeah, he's still not an abnormal-looking dude with with skinny legs and a big body, but...
Yeah.
Hey, maybe they'll do that in the sequel. Like, maybe he gets fat.
Yeah.
From feeding off mushrooms.
Yeah, he indulges. Yeah. No, but yeah, he gets the goggles. He gets the mustache. He just starts spinning the role. Bald. It's crazy. Which that was one thing that I did wonder when they were going to do in the actual movie. I saw Eggman with hair. I was like, okay, at some point in time he has to lose his hair. I already know they're going to do that, but they didn't do that the whole movie. So to see it at the end, it kind of takes you a little bit off guard, almost. Not entirely, but it's just one of those things where you're like, oh, that's interesting choice. Bold move, I guess.
In the trailer, like the first trailer that everybody hated, they did tease at the end, like Eggman putting on the glasses, and then he had a bald head. Which when I first saw it, I'm like, how are they gonna do that? Or how would they do that? Like maybe midway through the movie?
Yeah, how are they gonna transition to that? Yeah,
it's either it would have, and he was in like a completely different world too, at least from what I saw, or maybe it looked like a desert because maybe they didn't finish it.
Yeah,
but it was weird because they would have either had to put it at midway through the movie or at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
so if they had to do it, I'm glad they did it at the end. That way the sequel can set up something for later. But yeah, honestly, I just can't wait to see what they do with the sequel.
Yeah, I definitely think that this set up a second movie for success, in my opinion. It definitely was a step in the right direction. You got the character developed. You got little story elements that were left a little bit unanswered, so kind of building up a little bit of anticipation, excitement for the second movie. Hopefully they continue a good job, into the second movie. Mm-hmm. They definitely set the standard with this one, and hopefully they can raise up the bar.
Yeah, see, this should teach people that this came about because of fan responses. So people should, actually, listen to the fans instead of letting executives be like, hey, yo, this design looks good.
Now, don't go out there harassing people, all right? Because that's not going to get it done. But, if you truly, if you're with the majority of people and you decide that, we need to see something better, definitely fight for some. And like Johnny said, as a producer, director, listen to the fans. It can make a huge difference.
Yes. Fight for what you believe in.
Yeah. Be passionate.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all in all, solid movie.
Yeah.
Can't really complain. It did what it needed to, right? And definitely was a great movie for the family and kids.
Yeah. All right, so that's all I got. So
yeah, so next time we do this, hopefully it's with Sonic 2 and, talking about our good old buddy Tails as he comes into the mix.
Or maybe even Knuckles.
Ooh.
Because he doesn't chuckle.
Yeah, or maybe future past... Actually, no, that's not going to happen.
Disrespect to the
game. All right, thank you all for watching.
Go pick that game up. We hope y'all have a dandy day. The rest of the day, morning, noon, afternoon, night.
Yeah, evening. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, konnichiwa. Farewell.
Hallelujah. What the hell am I saying?
Yeah. All right, and we'll see you next time on Remember When.